I'm David Shiflett. It's May 26, 2023. And this is the garden. Over here, there's tomatoes and peppers. So the problem here with the soil is that there's numbers of hard pans. So each one of these trenches, these rows, goes down 3 feet. So it's basically like double or triple digging. And it gets you through the hard pans. So then the plants grow better. We got some corn here growing and in between the corn there's beans and cucumbers, and I think there's some watermelon. Why didn't the corn grow there? I have no idea. I imagine birds, because birds, they love to eat corn, and the birds around here, there's a lot of birds. Here, these are tomatoes I found growing in the yard, and the ones that seem to grow in the yard usually are Romas, so I'm assuming these are like a plum tomato. And over here you can see the broccoli. That's broccoli. It seems to be doing okay with the heat. These potatoes is when I dug the trench, I left it below ground 1 foot. And I want to get into the weather now. Alright, so the weather in California has not been good for growing things at all. Because it was really cold in March, and then it started raining a lot. That's when everything flooded. So all these potatoes, I put them in probably at the beginning of March, maybe February. And so I thought like, hey, I'll dig them down and they'll grow up and I'll fill it in. So I left the trench, I only filled the trench up like 2 feet. So it was like 1 foot below the ground. This is all full of water for like 3 weeks. There's so much water. And then the weather, it got okay in April. Like it was probably like 60, 70 degrees during the day. And then it got really hot, like 100-something degrees. And then it got nice again for a week. And then it got really hot again. So it was super cold, freezing. And then it started raining a whole lot. And then it got really, really hot. So they just aren't growing that great. Like carrots. I didn't get any carrots. There used to be carrots here, but there's none. So I've left these ones here just to see maybe I can get like some seeds from them. Those are radishes that have bolted. Earth I've mounded over them. And this is the compost that I had over there. So hopefully I get potatoes. I think I will. I should get quite a bit. And this is the lettuce. So I've got these shade rows because it gets so hot. And the lettuce, it will bolt or it will just wilt and die. So this helps a lot. But I do have to put water on it every day. Every day. Put water on the lettuce. It's like with lettuce, if you water it, it just grows. It just grows great. But it doesn't really like the heat. And anything over 90 degrees isn't good for it, unless you got this shade. What if I put the lettuce there? But yeah. Alright, and then onions, which, I mean, they're growing, I guess. There was some carrots and radishes through here, and they didn't do too well, so this is my attempt to give them some shade on one of the hot days. And these are the pumpkin mounds I made. The pumpkins grow. I'm thinking they will. So all this, I irrigate it with a sprinkler, so it's all broadcast. To keep the weeds down, I use a hoe. And it's some work, but it's not that bad once you get on top of it. The weeds that I get left behind, I usually will compost them, but some of these weeds, what are these goat heads? There's a lot of goat heads. Those things, they need to be composted for probably 3 years before you use them, or you bury them really deep to get rid of them, because they will grow back. And so there's a lot of goat heads here. This hot, dry weather is perfect for growing goat heads. It's going to be a record year for the goat head crop. What are the other weeds I've noticed a lot of this year? Clover. I guess with the wetness and the heat early on in the spring, it's a record year for clover, man. And now with this heat, go heads. So this is the go head. I believe it's called Siberian thistle, and it's not native to California. It's native to, well, Central and Eastern Asia, like Siberia. I believe it was brought here to try to control like where sheep would go, so you could put this stuff down and sheep wouldn't walk on it, because it has these, they look like goat heads, they're burrs. I heard them called burr plants. This is a bigger one. But man, you step on these things, they really hurt. They have a really long tap root, and you can see, well, there's no burger there yet. See one of their flowers. Seems to be two varieties. There's this variety with the yellow flowers, and there's ones that have like a bluer flower. So yeah, these things are no good. I'm wondering what other evil weeds are out here. This, the Bermuda grass. This Bermuda grass, it's like El Diablo, is the devil. The only way to get rid of this is to dig it up and make sure to get the roots out, or else it just keeps coming back. Alright, these are my gardening shoes. I don't run in these, but Crocs are as good as Nikes. You could run a marathon in them, no problem. No problem. So this is a gnome riding a dog, and I believe my sister got me this. This is a gnome. People tell me I look like this. I don't look like this at all. I don't know where I found this. Michelangelo's David. It's not like Michelangelo made that though. It just looks like it. It's a replica. Alright, so that's what the garden looks like.